tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you.
Yeah, got a show for y'all. Got a damn good show.
Yeah, got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing this Friday? Or, oh shit, not Friday, Saturday. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a Saturday now. Let's run through the chats here and see what we got. I see Jenny, Wyatt, Oklahoma, of course, been in here the whole time. Claudette, Ozzy, Nathan, Joko, Jamo, Gloria Ad, and all immunity. Ooh, Toe for Life guys in here. I don't know about that guy. Who else we got? We're going up. Tennessee Transparency, Stephanie Jenks, Jaffo, No Mercy Sheep, Clock Loaded. No Mercy Sheep gets the gold. He was first. Welcome in, everybody. All the people coming over from Official Misconduct, welcome in. All the people coming over from Clash with Bow, welcome in. JJ, Roadhog, Kennel, welcome in. Appreciate you guys. Big shout out to Official Misconduct, the Real 4 Public Safety, and my boy Clash with Bow for giving me the shout outs and getting all you guys over here. So if you haven't been here before, this is how we roll over here. This week I do have an open panel. Panel links pinned at the top. You are welcome to come up. I don't usually stop anybody from their free speech. Just no TOS, no racist bullshit in the chats and all that stuff. I allow a little bit of fuckery in my chats. My mods know. My mods are good mods. I don't even have to watch them. They know what they keep in the chats and what to let out the chats. Welcome in, Nikki. And panel, you come on the panel, man, you got to at least show me your face, you know what I mean? And things like that. You know, I might be a little leery with you, but it is what it is. But we got some shit to go over here at Saturday Night Rants. It's Friday Night Rants, but we're a day late. And I'm $1 short, like always. I'm sure my co-host will be in here soon. That is the lovely Miss Ajot. She should be roaming around these YouTube streets somewhere. And she should be coming in. But like I said, if you haven't been here before, what I do is I go over everything that I see out here in YouTube land. It may be some shit that you don't even know nothing about. It may be stuff on channels that you don't know nothing about. And it might be stuff you do know about. But I don't hold back. These are my opinions, solely my opinions. And if your opinion doesn't reflect my opinion, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to hate you for it. We can still be cool. I don't care if you go over to anybody else's channel. If I'm talking about somebody and that's someone that you, what's up, Van Personal? Welcome in. If I go over to or if I talk about a channel that's you're friends with, and I see you in their chat, I'm not going to be like, oh, you can't be my friend because you're in that person's chat. I don't care, man. This is YouTube. I don't take it that serious. You got an invite. You can come in anytime. You were already in here. I just told everybody you was my co-host, Ajot. Yeah, scream, shout, let it all out. But we're going to talk about the stupid fuckery. going on around YouTube and just stupid people, right? And we all seen it. Like a lot of you guys are, like I said, are over here from official misconduct. Yeah, and if you don't want to be friends with me, you don't have to be friends with me. I mean, I don't take it that serious. But a lot of you guys, and that's some of the fuckery we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that fuckery going on with the, I guess I'll get right into it, right? I don't understand why grown ass people on the fucking internet are worried about other grown ass people on the internet and what they do in their fucking their everyday lives. Like, it doesn't make no fucking sense to me. Like, why do you sit up? And I know why, and we're going to talk about it. I know why. It's all about clicks and views, right? Some people are on YouTube because they have nothing else to do, and this is how they make their money. I get it. And one specific person, he found a niche to what's up, 75%? Welcome in. I'm not good at pinning comments. That's what AJ usually does when she's bouncing around here and there. So if I'm watching the chat, so I'm seeing what you guys are saying. But yeah, like there's a certain person, and all you people that came from OMC, you guys know who I'm talking about. That certain somebody that all he does is it seems like every live stream is talking about for public safety and OMC. And number one, he knew them personally to an extent, and the co-host is here. Welcome.
What you really meant to say was you need me to work backstage, not co-host, but you mean production, right?
Yeah, whatever. I mean,
no, don't say whatever. That's like two different
tomato.
No, I'll always be here tomorrow. I don't know. Okay. I got you. Hello, everybody.
There you go. Yeah. So GS. So I'll call his name. I don't give a fuck about him. So GS, like I've been watching that dude since
moving on up to the drama side.
Right. So I've been paying attention to this dude from the beginning, right? And I knew this dude wasn't he wasn't right from Jump Street. And I just watched him. I lurked, you know what I mean? I think I've only chatted in his chat a couple times maybe. And the one time I did chat in this chat, he said something to me, and he immediately went on the defensive, right? He immediately went to, talking, oh, I don't know if you're here to blah, 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 just running his mouth, da, da, da. But what I first saw about this fucking guy is that the first thing he did when he came out here on YouTube, right? He started going, hey, I'm a vet. Hey, did you know I was a vet? Hey, I fought for your freedoms. Hey, and it was like every 5 minutes he was bringing up that he was a vet, that he fought for your freedom. He fought for you to have freedom of speech. He fought for this. He was a vet. This, that. And then I was like, so
there is no rage quitting, fool. Who do you think is running this bitch? This bitch.
Kick toe. Oh, there it is. So anyways, he was always talking about how he's a vet and all that. And listen, my dad's a vet. And I've said this before, I think, about this guy. My dad's a vet. My dad's a Vietnam vet. And you wouldn't know that my dad was a Vietnam. You could talk to my dad for an hour and you wouldn't know that he was a Vietnam vet. Only two ways you would know. One is if he was wearing his Vietnam vet hat, then you would know, which he wears that sometimes, not all the time. And then if you asked him if he is a vet, but he wouldn't come out in a conversation with you and say, hey, did you know I was a vet? So people like that, to me, that just say that and just keep on saying it, and expect you to be like, thank you for your service. You know what I mean? Like, that's disingenuous, man. And I seen this about this guy at the beginning, right? And then I was still lurking, and I was laughing, and just I'd laugh about it because I was just like, man, this dude's pathetic. Yeah, there you go. And then he started doing this whole. Then he was friends with Chris and Tiff, and then they fell out, and then he started talking about him, right? So then he started moving to the drama side. Then he started getting them fraud at Wrangler people in there, and what's up, Divine Sorcerer? Welcome in, Rami. Welcome in, Claudette. I see you guys. So then he starts bringing in the drama, right? And this is all. And also, I forgot to mention that when he was talking about how he was a vet and all that, he was always bringing up that, oh, he needed this far to get monetized, and he had to hurry up and get this to get monetized. So he was in it for the money, right? He was trying to get monetized so he could make money off of YouTube, right? And then he seen this niche. He was floating around all these channels, and he seen the niche where the drama sells, right? We all know that. Like, drama channels have 50, 100, 150 people in their channels when they got good drama going on. So he's seen this niche. You got something, Ajat?
And then
so he starts leaning towards the drama and starting to get drama going, right? So now that's his whole premise. And I don't get, like, it's still.
You got a buzzing.
Really?
Well, it went away, but it came.
I just
and
moved
then it
my
went
mic.
away.
I don't know. Could be that new connection I got.
Okay. Hi,
you.
Stephanie. Welcome in. Swiss Miss, welcome in. Okay.
All right. So then, and you could see his chat. So back before he started the drama, when he still was kind of, just having good panels, good conversations. He had some show like something in audits or some shit he used to do where we would try to, highlight, people's videos, whatever. He would have 20 people, 15, 20 people, and then he got into the drama. Now it's, 50, 60, 75 people. And he's getting, he's got members, and he's getting, super chats and this, that, and this, that. So, like, I get it. Like, why would he fucking stop? But my thing is why? And look, don't get me wrong. And then Chris and Tiff, if you're listening, and Tiff, you already know. Chris, you already know, because I told you this. I've told Chris that I thought he should have just fucking backed off and not jumped out and told everybody, every time someone had something negative to say, Chris tried to jump ahead and come out with a live stream and try to tell everybody why this is going on, or why it's a lie, or why they're attacking him and all that. And I told Chris a long time ago, just stop, dude. Just let them fucking idiots talk. And don't even worry about it, right? And just keep doing you, man. Keep doing your thing. But that's his thing, right? That we all know that's Chris's thing.
Well, and it's easier said than done, right? I mean, we can sit here all day and say, how we view it, or however the case may be, right? I mean, and he's gone through a lot of pain and suffering. You know what I mean? And I hope, like, I think, from what I can see, like, he's still doing him, but like he's being careful, which is what I think he needs to be, right?
Right.
And he's being more quiet, which gives Tiffany, OMC a voice, right? Or a she can be louder on her platform because we all love Chris, but I mean, sometimes, that's all we hear, right? We need to hear from the lady that backs him. We need to hear from the lady, I don't know. Like what her and Nikki are doing, like I saw them today and I was lurking and it like brought tears to my eye. Like it's a movement. It's more than just, I don't know. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry.
Well, you missed last night, so I'll tell you, AJ, you missed last night, and it almost brought tears to my eyes because she stopped at the end of her live stream last night and just stopped everything and told everybody how I had been there for her and Chris since the beginning, and how we had did the shows with them, and that how all of us, just like me, you, Road Dogs, and all of us were there with them guys from the beginning, and that we always had their back. And it put tears in my eyes almost. Hey, I got fucking feelings, guys. Okay, little bit sometimes. Jeez.
Liar, liar, liar.
I do have feelings. No, I do. But anyways, so I mean, like, I get this fucking guy, like, but he's so, and I'm not talking about Chris. I'm back to GS. Right?
I am not a bastard. I know who my daddy is. I'm just saying.
Toad needs a hug. Hello, OMC, welcome. So I'm back on GS, right? So this guy, what's funny to me now with this guy, right, is that so he stopped the whole. So I ranted. I don't know how many Friday night rants. Maybe he heard them. Maybe he's seen them. But I ranted about him always talking about, and I was in people's chats talking about him always saying he's a vet. And I've noticed that he's went away from that. Like he's not telling everybody every 5 minutes that he's a fucking vet, right? And I'm glad because I don't want to fucking hear it, dude. Like I find out you're a vet, I'll say thank you for your service, and that's it. I'm not gonna kiss your ass. You're not better than me. I'm glad that you fought for my freedoms or whatever, and that's it. That's all you get. But don't try to act like you're better than me because you're a vet, right? And then people on the other hand can say the same, can say, well, Toe, you back the angry vet. Look, he started his channel as the Angry Vet going after the VA. I mean, that's just his name. He's the Angry Vet. He's not trying to tell you and throw it in your face every day that he's a vet. That's just the name of his channel. I mean, just like mine's Tow for Life. I'm not even a tow truck driver no more. I'm a freaking electrician. Hello. I drove tow truck for many years, 22 years of my life. It's in my blood. I love it. I would go do it again if I can make the money that I make now, in a heartbeat. But anyways, so now GS, so I'll give him some props. At least he doesn't do the whole fucking I'm a vet bullshit no more. That makes me feel better because that shit used to get on my nerves so bad. And like I said, these are my opinions. That shit used to get on my nerves, dude. I just wanted to go through the screen and slap the fucking taste out of his mouth. Which I'm not saying that I'm going to, and I'm not threatening him.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't mind, please put a 1 in the chat if you are enjoying this content. Please, ladies and gentlemen, 1 in the chat. Show some love.
1 in the chat. God damn that 1 in the chat. And then, so speaking of annoyance, like that annoys the shit out of me when people do that 1 in the chat shit. And it annoys me to an extent, but it makes me laugh too, and that's why she's doing that. And now all you guys are putting the 1s in the chat, and I fuck with Chris when Chris is live and do the 1 in the chat shit. Yeah, but yeah. So like now that dude's so triggered. So I left OMC's last night and I went to the Powder Dusty. And I sat up on panel with Flow State until he ended that live stream. And oh my God, that guy was so triggered because Flow State was watching him, was restreaming him, and just look, man. Like if you're watching this in the right now or in the future, GS, I get it. You're trying to make money, because you can't get your ass out and work like a normal person. Um, because you hurt yourself, I guess, or whatever. Whatever. Get a job, man. Go stand at Walmart, man. I mean, that's got more dignity than what you're doing. Like, go stand at Walmart and check motherfuckers' receipts. I'd have more respect for you doing that than you feeding your family by YouTube. I'm just saying, man. Get it together, bro. And not just you feeding your family with YouTube, but you feeding your family and then fucking with other people's families. Like, leave people alone. Like, leave people's family alone. If you want to talk about Chris by himself, or you want to talk about OMC by herself, that's fine, man. But just keep their kids and shit out of it, dude, and keep their custody case. Like, it sickens me that now it has become down to Tiff and her kid shit. You know what I mean? Like, and people are so, and these troll channels and shit are just talking about it and talking shit about it, and it pisses me off, man. Like, to no end. Like, man, like, leave the kids out of it, man. For reals. Okay. So there's my little rant. There's my Saturday night or Friday night, day late Saturday rant about the shit going on for public safety and official misconduct. Now, here's my other rant, and it's not a rant, but this is what I haven't seen this. But where are all the people? Where are all these people that were in the chat? What that were saying SKREETZ was a scam and all that. It's like, seems like everybody's went quiet. The only people that haven't went quiet are the troll channels, because they're going to run with it. They don't care if they're spreading misinformation or not. They don't give a shit. They can give two fucks, right? But what happened, y'all? Like, what happened? Nikki, go ahead and drop SKREETZ link in my chat. Y'all want to go over there and check out the paperwork that shows that
have
SKREETZ.
to give her a wrench.
Oh shit, Nikki don't have a wrench?
No.
Oh shit. I know Nikki's got this. All right, let me pull up my YouTube.
And then Chris's new account doesn't have a wrench either.
Okay. Let me pull up my YouTube real quick. Sorry, guys. Let me pull up my YouTube so I can give a couple people a wrench. So. Yeah. But, yeah. So, like, what happened, Nikki? Let me see. What happened? Like, where are all these people at? What happened to them?
Right, hit the button. Hit the button. You can do it.
There you go, Nikki. You should have a wrench. Chris, you're gonna have a wrench. There you go. All right. Yeah, go ahead and drop SKREETZ link. If anybody wants to go over there and look at SKREETZ page and see the paperwork that shows SKREETZ is a 501c3. SKREETZ has not one attorney when he said every state. You know what though? With that, everybody is under the assumption, I think, that his attorney or that he was talking about, or attorneys that he was talking about, is Six Oaks, and it's not. I don't think. As far as I know, it's not. And I talked to Kevin, right? He has other people, other lawyers that he's talking to. So maybe, and I might be misspeaking about his 501c3, right? But his 501c3 is to help people, and that is to get them in touch with these attorneys, right? I don't think it's so much as like these attorneys are on like any kind of payroll or anything. So I think he's just got a list of attorneys in areas, and when people have problems, you're still not blue, Nikki? What the hell? Hang on. Maybe I didn't hit save. I'm sorry. Try it now, Nikki. You should be blue. Yeah. All right. So no rent for Nikki. But yeah, like, so I mean, I could be wrong and I could be misspeaking, and I thought Angry Vet would be in here. Look, Boss Hog, I don't know. Don't get me to speaking on something that I don't know nothing about. Everybody knows I'm a dumbass, right? Oh, there's my big bro right there. What's up, NC Tyra Hunter? Welcome in. Welcome in. So like, and I don't know. So like but here's the thing, and I noticed this about Kevin, right? And this is, like I said, I talk to Kevin a couple times a week at least on the phone outside of YouTube. But here's the thing is everybody, goes at him in chats. And he feels like he's being attacked. And he's really not that bad of a guy. And if you ask him the questions, that's why you never see me say Scars was a scam in the chat, because of the fact that I had talked to Kevin, and I watched the Dummy Kruger video, and I also had another friend of mine that did some searching, and I'm not going to mention his name on YouTube, but they did some investigating on their own and came up with the same shit that came up with the exact same shit that Dummy Kruger did, right? And if Tab comes in here, Tab can tell you I got him on the phone, and Ajak can tell you I got Tab on the phone, and I asked him. I just flat asked him. I was like, "Hey, bro, like, this isn't a good look, man. Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand, man, because this is what I'm seeing."
It was done how it should be done between two friends. You know what I mean? Like, that's not to be done online. Like, to be real, you know what I mean? You have to do that. Now, I'll tell you what, if we thought at any point, you know what I mean, that Tab was lying or giving the false, like Toe and I have called people out with evidence, you know what I mean? But at no time do we see that. It was just a matter of time. I know there were times where I think verbiage was an issue, like the communication, you know what I mean, that he chose to use. But I mean, it is what it is, you know what I mean? He has what he said he's had, period.
Right. And exactly. And I second what she said, because she says it a lot better than I do. So she said exactly what I meant completely. And I talked to Tab, and Tab explained everything to me, and he said, "Hey, look," he was like, just hang with me and you'll see. Like, you'll see. And I said, "All right." And I'm the type of person that's like, I'll kick back and I'll let him cook. And that's what he did. And then he brought it out here, and then people are still attacking him, and people are still questioning him. See, I don't, that comment that you had from Bloodborne. So I don't know that 100%, man, but like, Tav has an email, dude, and I'm sure if you emailed him, Bloodborne, and you talked to him and you didn't just go at him like you're attacking him, just be like, "Hey, man, like, I want to get on board with your, whatever, but, you said this, like, what'd you mean? Like, you got people that can help." Hell yeah, brother. Hey, look, bam, baby. That's right. That's right. Keep those cameras rolling. Let me put a shout out, man. Y'all give your thoughts and prayers to NC Tyrant Hunter and his family. Within the last 2.5 weeks, he lost his mother-in-law and his father-in-law. Both passed away. So his
Prayers, please.
thoughts and prayers, y'all, to him and Mama Bear and his kids and the whole family, guys. That's a hard thing. They lost his mother-in-law, and then a week and a half later, they lost his father-in-law. So, I mean, that's a lot for Mama Bear to go through. So, you guys, thoughts and prayers, man, to NC Tyrant Hunter. We love you, brother. What's up, Fern? Welcome in. So, and the thing with there was another thing I wanted to quote on or talk about with Tav. Oh, so now the new thing, you know, since now they have the paperwork that SKREETZ is a legitimate bing bang boom 501c3, right? Now the thing is that Tav's out here using the SKREETZ credit card to buy memberships and to support these channels and stuff like that. Like, show me the proof. Show me the proof that you know that Tav's going on YouTube and he's buying 50 memberships for public safety or 50 memberships for OMC with his credit card. What's up, Chris? Welcome in. Let me see you, Chris, or can I see you real quick? You know how we roll. I got you, buddy.
But it's the real me. What's up, y'all?
What's up, man? Welcome.
Where did Ajok go? Did she run away from me coming?
I am production. I'm behind the scenes. What you need?
Oh, there you are.
You're right.
Well, you disappeared on me, and I was like, she's got to come back.
Yeah,
I'm here.
I wanted to address this. So a lot of people don't understand nonprofit, how it works on the record, like with the government. They're 27 months behind. So like you do everything and then you have 27 months to put it on record.
Well, here's another thing too, and this is how Tav explained it to me. So to become a nonprofit organization, you have to have donations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you go to file for that nonprofit, so you might not have no donations when you go to file for that nonprofit. So they're not going to approve you. So they give you the time. They give you that time to get donations in and then show them the cause of the donations, which that's what happened, is they had to file their tax information in January or whatever, and bada boom, bada bing, that's how they got it.
That's how all nonprofits are. They start up first.
Their tax information. Uh-oh, you're
Oh, is that me?
No, you're echoing, Jeff. You're echoing. Bada bing.
Oh.
There you go. So,
well, NC, way to come in and ruin the show, brother.
Hang on, goddammit, I am trying to get my audio right, but technically it's not right.
But that's what I was. That's how Tav explained it to me. He's like, look, he's like, because you know they don't just give you, they don't approve you as a nonprofit if you have no donations, because you got to
get it established.
You got to get it established. So once you file your tax paperwork, so they filed their tax paperwork with the IRS, and bada boom, bada bing, their 501. They said, okay, your application is approved. That's why they took the date back to June, because that's when he started taking on donations.
Yep.
Was in June.
And I don't understand why these people that are attacking SKREETZ or Tav, they're really attacking Tav.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest. I don't understand why Tav haters have to go and make all these assumptions without doing their research. If if they dug into every single nonprofit the way they dug into his, they would have found the same exact record trail.
Exactly.
So that would have told them, hey, we're being stupid right now because we're biased. Maybe, you know, like Like, man, the damage that was done to that organization, people should be. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They need to be ashamed of themselves for what they did to that, because the organization and its mission is something that everyone should be able to stand behind.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm standing behind. I mean, anybody that's going to try and help. I mean, and here's the biggest thing is that most of the people that are talking shit on their YouTube platforms about him, they're not trying to help nobody but themselves.
Damn straight.
He's trying to help other people. He don't even
Yeah.
give a shit. He don't even care if he's monetized. He don't care about none of that shit. Right?
You're right.
Tab's YouTube could be closed tomorrow, and Kevin's still going to be around, and he's still going to pay his house note. He's still going to pay his whatever notes he has. You know what I mean? Because
Let me tell you something else.
He has his own shit going on outside of YouTube.
You know what else he'll do? I know the man well enough to say this. Like, I don't know him that well, but I know him plenty well enough to be able to say this. He won't just always pay his own bills. He will also always be charitable to others. That is Tav is one of the most charitable people that I've ever met.
Yeah, if you're his people's, for sure. Oh yeah. He gave fucking Flex Your Freedoms a truck. He drove it to Flex Your Freedoms and said, "Here you go, man. You ain't got no wheels. I like what you do. I like your freedom fighting. Here's some wheels for you, bro."
Damn straight he did, and he didn't think twice about it, and he didn't even tell everybody he did it. You know what I mean? I knew it was happening because I was talking to Tav while he was traveling through, and I was going to try to meet up with him and hang out for dinner or something. And he's like, "Well, I'm actually bringing a whole ass vehicle to to a friend of ours, you know." But yeah, that's the kind of guy he is, man. I mean, he's the type of dude that if someone's shaking a cup, you know, Tav's likely to drop $100 bill in it. You know what I mean? Like he's just that guy. He'll take someone that's homeless to lunch and get them some clothes and, you know, like clean them up and offer them, you know, a hotel room. Like, he is just that. That is his nature.
Here, I want to address Bloodborne real quick, because I mean, he's got all the questions, and that's what I'm talking about. That's great, man. I'm glad you got the questions. So he says you guys are sticking up for Tab and Scars. What does Scars do? Scars helps people that have court cases. They help them file the paperwork. They set them up with lawyers, and things like that. That's what I know, right?
And they help veterans that are down on their luck.
And veterans, yeah. So it's citizens, it's veterans and citizens, or you know, it all goes into that thing. Hey, Jot?
I was muted. Sorry. I said I agree with that statement. Like, it's too early to draw an opinion about Scars. We have only been shown, and like, it's just now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Give him a chance. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
And they've already been trying not to get, that was the whole point of the haters. And
And you want me
Bloodborne can't sit here and pretend to be non-biased, because I have read his comments in both Chris Ruff and Todd's chats where he's done nothing but, you know, hammer down on Scars, trying to ruin it.
And here's my thing, man, is that I think most of the problem is, you know, I think most of the problem is that a lot of people don't know how to take Kevin, right? So everybody sees Kevin as Scars, right? And they don't know how to take Kevin, because we all know Kevin's, you know, a tight little, he's like a little pit bull, you know what I mean? Or like a little, I don't know, what do you, like, I don't want to call him a bad badger, because that's my boy Class with Bob.
There is no little, okay, about the angry vet. Like, stop trying to say little.
He's
Like,
little compared to
He's
me.
not a
He's
little
little
guy.
compared to me, because I'm a fat
the
ass,
angry
right?
vet? No.
He's
I mean,
my size, bro.
I'm not talking about like just fatness. I mean, he's a kind of tall dude. He's like,
Oh, I thought he was shorter.
No, he's my size.
Is he? You're a
yeah.
big son bitch. You're a big fucking country built
So's
bitch.
he. Yeah, so's he.
Yes, I mean, you're a Oompa Loompa compared to them.
Yeah. Well, then I'm a short fat guy compared to them. right?
So here's what Kevin and I have talked about many times behind the scenes. We think the problem is the clicky bullshit that's going on YouTube. The clickiness. Like, oh, so and so that I fall head over heels for and am in love with because they, have a following on YouTube. He says Tav's a bad guy. So he told me I need to go attack Tav. So now I'm going to hate Tav. And then, they try to convince all their buddies to do it. And next thing you know, you got this clicky bullshit where they're trying to bully people out. And here's what you got right about Tav. Tav don't get bullied.
That's true. He is one of those guys that don't give two fucks.
You will
But that
not bully
doesn't
Tav,
mean
just like you
that
won't
he
bully me.
doesn't get bullied. It
Well,
just
right.
means that the bulliness doesn't get to him.
Well,
Just
it means
in
he
my
doesn't
opinion.
just lay down and let you do it.
Yeah.
He's a fighter. He will get back up and he will keep on brushing it off and walking right in your direction if you're trying to push him down.
And like I said at the beginning, I mean, Bloodborne, if you hang out in Chris Ruff's and you hang out in GS's, man, hey, I don't have nothing against you, man. I mean, as long as you come here, we're respectful in my chat, we're good. You know what I mean? And a lot of people on YouTube, they frown on that. Oh my God. Oh, you talk to, this person and they support this person. Look, man, you're grown ass. I don't know if you're a man or a lady. You're a grown ass person. I would take. If you're a kid, you don't need to be in here. But if you're a grown ass person, you do whatever you want. You go
Yeah, I don't
and hang
speak
out
for
wherever
Joe
you
on
want.
his channel, that's for sure. So whatever I say to you, Bloodborne, don't hold Joe responsible for it.
Yeah. I
I'll
mean,
tell you to get fucked.
I'll kick Chris's ass off real quick if I really thought he was fucking with me. But no, and I just think that people just take Tav, because he's, like I said, he's like a pit bull. You know what I mean? He's passionate and he really gets, and he gets angry. You know what I mean? And we all get angry, right? And
Yeah, he don't get angry more than more people. I mean, it's just like.
But I tell everybody, it's in his fucking name. It's in his damn YouTube name, man. He's the angry.
And don't worry, if them two get out of control, your girl Ajot always has it under control. I'm just saying.
And look, if you don't like watching Tav, if you don't like it, then guess what?
Find someone else to watch.
Don't watch Tav. That's
There you
it.
go.
That's how fucking easy it is. So these people on YouTube, man, the trollers or the haters, they are so soft skinned that it's almost like they want desperately to be victimized by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So they go looking for it and they will not leave someone alone. And then as soon as someone says, hey, fuck you, then they curl up and hunker up. So did you hear him? He's such a bad guy. He told me fuck me for no reason. And all I was doing was asking questions.
Yeah.
Like that's the shit we're dealing. It's so fucking childish.
And listen, I don't I personally don't have a problem with anybody. Even Chris Ruff. I mean, I have my opinion on him. I think he's a douchebag, right? But you're a free fucking man. You could be a douchebag if you want, right? My thing is
you can be a snitch if you want.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
you can be a snitch.
Don't lie about it. You know what I mean? Don't come on YouTube and try to put this facade around you and lie about it. That's why I like Clash with Bow so much. As you can see, the background is Clash with Bow. That's why I like Clash with Bow, because he's fucking real and he don't lie to people. He tells you exactly why he's on YouTube, exactly why he does what he's doing, period.
About every subject, he's like that. Did the honesty.
Yeah.
His opinion will always come out respectfully.
Yeah, and there's no facade around him to say, "Oh, I'm just a good guy out here, just trying to show people what other people are doing." No, he's not like that. He tells you the truth. I'm here.
So I wanted to address this comment. Spring break is coming and we will be having a live. We will be swimming in the Gulf of America. I can't wait. It'll be our first time. It's going to be fantastic.
Listen, I told Ajot that we have to go and do this because I can add one more ocean on the oceans that I swam in. I've already swam in the Gulf of Mexico, so there's one. I swam in the Atlantic, there's two. So if I swim in the Gulf of America, that's three, right?
Did you hear
No.
that Elon and Doge have found
Oh,
more?
don't get him started. Here
No,
No,
we
I
hold on,
don't want
hold
to
on,
get
hold on.
go.
Let me
Here we
let me
go.
let me just real quick. So did you know that Doge has now learned that more than 75% of schools are corrupt as shit when they did an investigation into their books?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean,
Oh, the schools. I'm talking about like grade schools and stuff. Did you know
yeah,
that?
yeah, the
Here's
money
what
that
they found. They found every single history book showing Gulf of Mexico. That is fucking corruption through and through.
what?
Their books were wrong this whole time. I thought it was Gulf. Which one is it, bro? Gulf of America or Gulf of Mexico? Because every history book is going to be incorrect now.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, Jeff. It kept saying your device wasn't connected. It wouldn't let you up. So Bloodborne. Listen, man, I like there was like 4 or 5 years straight where I went to the Gulf of Mexico here in Texas and went swimming during Shark Week, man. I mean, I ain't scared of no shark, man. I'll be famous if I get bit by a shark. I'm just saying. I'll be on Shark Week. I'll be on Shark Week until eternity ends, right?
No
Whatever
shark
parts of
is
you are
gonna
left.
eat him, guys. That would be like the perfect murder without getting busted, right? Take him out to the ocean, feed him to the shark. No shark's gonna eat him. Why? Because that's not my luck at all.
Wait a minute. Hey, John, are you saying if it turns out that Toe gets eaten by a shark, it really wasn't the shark? It might have been you?
I don't answer questions.
Just put it this way: there will be a insurance policy before we make our way east to the Gulf.
Whatever parts are left of Toe, if he gets attacked by a shark, will be famous for it.
Yeah, yeah. My name will be in infinity and beyond.
Bro, if you
Oh,
really
sorry.
weren't scared of sharks, you'd go to Australia and swim with the great whites.
No, I'm good. I'm just playing. No, I don't. Look, age out to tell you, I don't like creepy crawlies, winged anything, any of that kind of shit, man. Like I don't like animals, dude. Like period. I think animals are cool to look at from a distance, but I'm not a big fan of
Man, I'm
animals.
the other way around. I got animals everywhere. We got the horses, the cat, and dog. It's fucking
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
animal kingdom up in this little bitch.
I got a gecko. I'm like OMC. Like I'm cool with my
Yeah.
little gecko. He's in the cage in there. I'm cool with that.
Now we got them too.
Oh my gosh, he's cool with the gecko. This gecko has been on like the verge of death for I can't even
Really?
tell you how long, right?
She has no idea what she's talking about.
Yes, I
What do
do.
you mean on the
Yes,
verge
I
of
do.
death? Let's talk about
Like
this.
his environment is like crumbling, like it needs to be redone. He has a whole new cage, like
Oh, you
and a
need
new
some
pump and
OMC.
everything.
You
He
need some
doesn't pay no
OMC.
attention to that damn little
It's so
ugly reptilian in the corner of our dining room.
Bro, listen to me. You need to hook up with Tiff on and let her show you the tank she's building for hers. It's wild, man. She's been getting this
look,
like I've had to take her to Home Depot like fucking 3 times a week for the past 2 months because she keeps adding more shit to it.
my
Like,
take was great. It's just it's dying, and it's dying because and it's not the tank or it's not the animal, it's the tank because it was a living tank. It had
yeah.
living plants in it, the whole 9 yards. It's dying because my mister is acting up, and the mister is it's acting up because we have hard water here. So
Because he didn't follow through and
oh my
use
god,
distilled water
here she
only,
goes.
and then he would constantly let it go out, and you'd hear "Zzz," and then because there ain't no damn water in there, right?
So did you hear about mine and Flo's idea yesterday?
No, I missed it.
About the coffee tables.
No, well, yes, there you go. So we're considering starting a whole channel for men to be able to like go and just complain about all the things their old ladies are up their butts about. And then the women are supposed to start an anti-channel to that about all their crafts and complaints that they have on their men.
I mean,
And you know what? You know what though? I would get into that channel, but I don't blast Age out about her faults on YouTube. She likes to do it to me.
oh
No,
my
it's the other way
God.
around. The women get to blast faults, bro. If we did that, are you kidding me? That would be stupid. But you know,
I'll tell
I
you
think
about my thoughts. What do you want to know? Like, for real.
here's what I think the truth behind it really is that, brother, I know you'll agree with me on this. If we didn't have them to keep us in check, where the fuck would we be today? You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true.
I need Tiff to
Maybe
stay on my butt
you.
about
Cho
that
tells
shit.
me he would be living in a mansion. He'd be have some hot little mama. What are you talking about?
That's just our speech. That's just the way we respond. That don't mean we mean it. You
Oh
know what I
no,
mean?
he means it.
No. Oh no,
He
look.
means
Hey, look, Chris, I spent 10 years single. I went from 20 plus years of being with one
he's
person
still
to
acting
10
like he's
minutes
single.
to 10 years single, and now I'm back into a relationship.
Back
And
into a
trust me,
relationship.
I could be single again. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Yeah, but that's what makes the choice all that much better, though. You know, like knowing that and then still choosing to be in the relationship. Oh,
choosing.
Don't let age out bullshit you. My life revolves around her and them kids. So
It does not.
exactly.
It revolves around justice, and that's it.
well,
It's
yeah,
okay
that's
though.
true.
It's all right.
Justice,
We're
justice
on
is my number one.
the same page.
Number one.
All right, so it's been nice talking to y'all. I need to get off here and I don't know, wash my toes or something.
That's funny. And so there was some. So what else? There's another rant that I wanted to go on about, and I got to try to remember it now because we got so far off kilter. All right, Jeff.
What happened to Jeff coming up, man? I miss him.
His device wouldn't connect, man. He's having trouble.
Damn it, NC. I haven't talked to you in forever, bro.
Well, there was something else I wanted to rant about. Oh yeah, here's another thing. What's up, Magic? What's up, Unindoctrinated? Magic is one of my kids, y'all. That's one of my sons. That's my youngest son, right there.
What
Magic.
up, Magic?
Oh, I know what else I wanted to rant about. Okay, let's go to this now, and I'm going to get your opinion, Chris. So, and you probably have an opinion on this because I'm sure it's happened to you. The best son. You know what? I'm not going to put that on YouTube and say anything. Don't make me say it, please, Magic. But you probably got an opinion on this, Chris, right? So
I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
Matt?
No. Here's what I want your opinion on. So people that don't like you or whatever or what have you, you know what I mean? And I'm not the one I don't fucking even if I don't like somebody, the only person that I actually fuck with that I'm not a real big fan of is Christopher Ruff when I see Direct D in the chat. And the only thing I ever really say to him is, I still love you, bro. So you know, but this whole blocking you, and I don't mean blocking you from your channel or blocking you from the chats because you're in there saying some goofy shit or whatever. I mean actually blocking you to like any chat you're in, you can't see this person and they can't see you. Like, tell me how childish that shit is.
Well, it depends on. Are you asking about the blocking or the block recipient?
Did your peepees get hurt, Toe?
No, but I'm going to talk shit about somebody that blocked me. So watch here in a minute.
I mean, it depends on which perspective and what their reasoning is. Because here's what I've learned. I'm not going to give you an opinion. I'm going to give you an experience. What I have learned is that here on YouTube, there are certain channels that absolutely mean you life harm. And they do get to incite an audience to join them in that matter. Therefore, for those, you would be doing yourself a childish maneuver by avoiding blocking them. But if you're just talking about some, banter
How about
amongst a group, then blocking is just like,
how about a person that blocks you because they are fans of Christopher Ruff and are fans of GS, and you've never said anything wrong to this guy. You've actually talked to this person after all that, after you've seen them talking crazy in their chat and seen them talking crazy in like Clash with Bow and stuff like that, and you never really said anything. But when you see them in other chats where they're at and they like donate money, because this person likes to donate a couple dollars here and there around the community to the channels that he likes. And you actually tell him, hey man, thanks, great job doing that donation or whatever. So you never took what he was doing in Christopher Ruff's and Clash with Bows and brought it into anywhere else. But then the next thing you know, you're seeing people say hi to this person in every chat you're at, and you can't see them. So they blocked me. They personally blocked me. And I'm going to tell you who it is. It's that punk ass King Chow Chow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the meat and potatoes behind that situation. Ruff has collectively acquired a very specific type of audience. Now there's more in there. It's not just this group, but he has definitely attracted this one particular group. I would best title that group as soft-skinned fucking pussies.
But to me, it's just crazy because I see him over in Harvey Freebirds, and I see, because he does a lot of, he runs around the Texas crew, right? So he runs around Harvey Freebird, he runs around Carolina, you know what I'm saying? He runs around those people, right? And I see him over there. But now, I see him now. I got wrenches in both those channels, so I see everybody, right? It doesn't matter if you block me because I got a wrench, right? But I'm just saying, like, I've never brought any of the Clash with Bow Christopher Ruff shit into those chats, right? Because that's disrespectful. I'm not gonna bring that garbage to Carolina's chat. It's disrespectful. Carolina's a friend of mine. I'm not gonna bring it to Harvey's chat. Harvey's a damn friend of mine, right? But this dude, I didn't even know that was an etiquette. So this dude, I'm just saying, how childish, how high school or middle school is that to block me to where I can't see what you're saying? That's all you did. And then when we show up together in Harvey Freebird's chat, I can see everything you're saying, bro. So did you block me so I can't see you talking shit about me? So are you talking shit about me and you block me so I can't see it? Oh yeah. And I seen him over in Mitch Levin's chat. Right. And I don't know if you know who Mitch Levin is. Mars.
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
And look, I went in Mars chat. I ain't got no fucking problem with Mars. I think he's a weird.
I went on his panel the other night. I was nice.
I was in there.
Yeah, I was as nice as I could be. I think that was the nicest I've ever been on a panel.
But I don't have no problem with Mars. So I went in there. I did my lurking. Mars shouted me out. And automatically when he shouted me out, King Chow Chow fucking timed me out for 24 hours.
Let me just give you the answer.
And Mars shouted me out, dude. He was like, hey, Toe for Life, welcome in. You know what I mean? And then boom, I'm timed out. I tried to type, I was timed out for 24 hours.
Dude, you knew what I was going to say. I mean, you've talked to me enough times behind the scenes. This is almost like one of our phone calls. You know what I'm going to say. King Chow Chow, you're a bitch.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think
it didn't come from Toe. It come from me.
Like butt phones, they stink. Opinions are like butt phones, they stink.
Dude, did you know there's a whole nother clip of butt rough stuff?
talking about weed in his ass.
Yeah, he said that
Yeah.
he kept a dog from being able to smell marijuana by his asshole stinking too bad.
Yeah, Flow State to pop that clip up last night, dude. It was funny as hell.
Damn, bro, because we got a strong scent to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious, dude. That's
That
hilarious.
German Shepherd should have went in there if it was true.
I think
I bet he can pack it. I bet he can pack a whole 90-pound German Shepherd.
I swear to a certain extent, man, in his mind, he's got to be regretting saying that ever on YouTube.
No, sir. That is who he is. Like,
You think?
man, people are just now starting to look. You know how, like, when you watch someone on TV and then you get to know them behind the scenes, they become something different than what you thought in the beginning? People are just starting to see what Chris Ruff really has been all along. That dude didn't make it 7 years in prison. He was in a fucking bitch side. You know what I mean? He is not cool. He is a scrawny, little snitchy bitch, soft skin puss.
Yeah, he won't. He don't say nothing. He don't say nothing to me, man. He doesn't acknowledge me ever anymore. And it's only, and I know why he doesn't. He doesn't because he's been on panel with me, and he's been like, he's seen me on like Rogue Nation's panel, and you know how me and Rogue's always playing around, and I'm like, I'm just here clout chasing. That's what I told. That's what I told Flo last night. I was like, I'm just here clout chasing. Don't mind me.
Well, you tell me how. I mean, you got this whole persona, this Christopher Ruff, this freedom fighting, dude that'll stand on a police car's bumper, been in prison for 7 years, ain't took no shit from nobody. Oh, but you're going to cry baby over a YouTube channel and spend every waking moment looking for excuses to report it until it's gone because it hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
Now, come on. What are we really dealing with?
That was some gay shit. Hey, I did see something today though. I happened to catch it on my news feeds or my suggestions or whatever. But you see, Lick the Whole Boot's got a new channel, huh?
I don't know. It was right after saying that they are convinced that I am violating TOS, and they are so wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, having a channel removed does not mean you're banned from the platform forever. I mean, I still got an AdSense. I still got Gmail accounts. I still got, you know what I mean? Like, they're so wrong. But here's the thing. If it was wrong for me, then why aren't you saying it's wrong for Lick the Whole Sock?
Yeah, that's his new
you
channel.
Know what I mean?
Lick the Whole Sock, yeah. I seen that.
Hypocritical bullshit.
I seen that. Hey, look, man. Like I said, I've had Lick the Whole Boot on my panel before. Never had no problems. He's always been respectful on my panel. Damn. Am I a fan of the shit that he's been talking, like when he had right before his channel got taken and all that? No, I'm not. Like I didn't stand by him on that, but I don't have no problem.
Well, that's why his channel's gone. His own action. Look, what they did was against TOS in the first place. This brigading and collectively reporting everybody because your feelings are hurt. All that is a YouTube violation. That's how his channel was removed. It's violation of YouTube.
I don't like snitches. That's right. I don't like snitches either.
Right?
I ain't never reported nobody. Look, I've never reported nobody on YouTube. Ever. I've never reported.
I've made reports, but look, man, I've had people.
I've never done it. But hey, you're a whole different. Like no one's, as far as I know, no one's ever tried to report me. So,
well, I had to look, dude. Here's the deal: when you post my girlfriend's children's private life or records on the internet, I'm gonna fucking do everything I can, including reporting it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
but you're lucky if I have to report it because that means I don't know where you are. You go doing that shit to kids.
Yeah, and that's what I just don't understand. And like I said, I mean, maybe I gave some insight to people on GS, dude. Like right now, GS is doing what he's doing for the money, period. But that's the thing that pisses me off is dudes say Say, look, I'm giving Chris and Tiffany shit because I'm making money. But don't just sit there and act like you're doing it because you're such a better person than everybody else. You're not, dude. You're not, period. Because you're talking about their kids, you're talking about Tiff's custody case, you're talking about all that shit. And it's and whether you bring up Tiff's kids or Tiffany brings up her kids in her custody case, that's a different thing. But I'm not going to bring it up, right?
Right. And at what point
bring it up and talk about it.
And at what point has either Tiffany or me ever came here to YouTube and said, this is what we're about. Let's talk about Tiffany's kids. That's never been the case. We have never come up here and said, hey, let's talk about X, Y, and Z private parts of our lives that we don't share. The only thing you're allowed to be focused on a public figure, quote unquote, is what they present to an audience. That's what you're allowed to critique back on that. But don't you go and start trying to like talk to their neighbor or their sister or their boyfriend or their ex, like all this dumb shit about trying to get personal in their lives. Because what are you going to do? Dox, you're going to attack, you're going to try to destroy their private life. Like, get out of people's private lives, man. This is YouTube.
Yep. Turn your computer off, take a break, all that stuff. It's not that serious, right?
I mean, it can get real serious real fast, and that's the problem.
Right.
Like when I got people showing up to my house, you know what I'm saying? That's when I got a real life. Everything just changed.
Watch this,
I got
Chris.
people.
Watch this. Watch what I'm about to do. Hey, Oklahoma, if you're still in here, drop your paragraph that you drop about taking a break. There it is. He did it. Boom. Oklahoma drops this to my chat all the time.
Love it. I've read that from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is. So, and it like this should be the warning label on Christopher Ruff's entire program. Like that's all they are doing over there is trying to incite people to take things way too personal. He's a personal little bitch.
Right. What's up, Jody FJ? Welcome in, my friend. That's my boy right there. No, yeah. That's perfect. Re-air scumbag channels. Why give them what they are looking for? Stop letting them use you for content.
You can't stop them, Jamo. You can't stop them, man. Look, they're like leeches. Whatever. Like I could publish a picture of my pants that I wore yesterday, and they will make a whole fucking hour-long stream about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, especially when you're streaming on your front porch, motherfucker.
Yeah, look, man, it don't matter what I stream, bro. Like, and I got motherfuckers be looking in the background trying to figure everything out and shit. They were talking about like they went on and on and on about a Ryobi drill, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are they talking about? A Ryobi drill? I don't even remember having a Ryobi. And I fucking live streamed. Now there was snow on my car. I did not open the door previously. Like there was no way that I could have framed this. I'm like, let's fucking look for a Ryobi drill in my trunk together, shall we? And I did it on a live stream, and I looked through, and you know what I found that they thought was a Ryobi?
What?
It was a fucking $500 Bosch multi-tool.
Oh, Jesus.
Which, you know what? I was mad when I bought it that it was that much money. I did not want to spend that much money on a single tool, but I needed it, so I bought it. You know what I'm saying? And now I got these people going, hey, he uses a Ryobi drill. Who gives a rat's ass if someone uses the Ryobi drill in the first place? Just the point is
Ryobi gate. Havoc said Ryobi gate.
They made a 3-day issue out of this, man. Changed their icons to a Ryobi drill. But that is some serious obsession. Y'all got a problem that are doing that. And yeah, Jamo, that's the deal. That's what we're dealing with, bro. Like there's nothing that we can do to stop them. Like,
you know what and it's funny, dude, because look, I'm sitting in my garage because everybody knows, or everybody that knows me knows that I stream out of my garage. AJOT gets to be in the house. Her studio is in the house. I get the garage. So I'm out here in the garage, but I live in Central Texas. So for the most part, it's usually nice in here. The last couple of nights I've had heat out here, but I look over in my garage and I have a Ryobi blower, a leaf blower. I have a Ryobi weed eater, and I also have a Ryobi battery operated fan.
Right.
That's
like,
the
who
only
gives a
Ryobi
shit, man?
Yeah, that's the only Ryobi shit I got. Now, if you go out to my truck, I have a small M12 Milwaukee impact that I use putting light switches and stuff in. And then my big impact and my big drill are rigid.
That's what I got. That's the battery kit I use is rigid. And that's good stuff, man. Like it's lifetime warranty and it works great. The impacts and the drills. But look, I mean, I guess what they're trying to say is they really desperately need an excuse because they learned that they were wrong when they said I wasn't a contractor.
Yeah.
And now they're just backpedaling. You know what I mean? So it's anything they can find. Like he's got a Ryobi. Yeah. I also got fucking a whole goddamn trailer full of tools that I use regularly and a fucking stack of ladders that I have out of control that really need to be organized. Matter of fact, if y'all want to help organize this shit, like if any of my haters that are mad at my tools want to help me kind of clear it up and only have the good tools left stacked neatly on shelves in all my areas, by all means, come on, I'll give you $10 an hour to do it.
What's up, Eggsy? Welcome in.
And the tax write-off form
Yeah.
when you get taxed.
Oh, yeah. So she brings up Harbor Freight. So for all the trolls that are watching this now and in the future that may want to have some kind of tool gate towards Tow for Life, I also have Chicago Funomic air compressor over there from Harbor Freight. My computer monitors are a TCL TV and a Vizio TV, so cheap TVs from Walmart. So I'm just saying, like, if you guys want to have,
I got a Vizio TV. Let's do TV Gate.
You're right. I do have a Samsung in the house, Samsung Smart TV, but that was free. That's the only reason why I have a Samsung. No, I'm just saying, that's the only reason why I have a Samsung, because I won't spend that expensive ass money to buy a fucking Samsung. I'll buy a fucking Vizio because I ain't.
I feel like when these people are trying to force me to like show my tools that are in the trunk of the car that I drive, I feel like it's because they're thieving little bitches and they want to steal it when they see my car somewhere.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. They want you to show them what they're about to come to your house and get.
Right.
or half of them are too scared to do it themselves, so they'll send somebody to come get it.
Yeah, they'll pay Chris Ruff to act like he's doing it on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
When really the only person who actually shows up are the government employees that's giving me all a hard time.
Photoshop himself down the street from your house or whatever.
Bro, look, Scarborough really did bring someone from the internet to my home twice.
Really?
Yes, sir.
That's crazy, dude.
I know.
That's real life. And what's funny, dude, so look, man, after you let's talk about that, because that shit is funny, because that shit really, like, I watched that whole hearing that they had for his city or county or whatever, where they went over all that and showed how his girlfriend, how after she became his girlfriend and he became
that's just one thing. Yeah.
I'm watching it and I'm going, and then like the next day I see JJ somewhere, or maybe it was with GS or something, and I actually see people in the chat that say that they're 1A, right?
Yeah.
And
they're against government corruption.
Yeah, they're talking and being all cool. And I'm like, have you not watched that video? Like, that's what we're talking about. Fighting is dumb fucks like that. Like, he got a government job. He got a government job and started giving the fucking taxpayers' money away to his girlfriend, which was benefiting him.
Yes. He is. Okay, look, he cheated on his wife, which is personal. with
Which,
the
that's
girl
whatever.
that
That's
was
whatever
the
is
nurse
whatever, right?
at his jail, right?
Yeah,
Like he
yeah.
gets a job as the jailer, which is elected the highest you can get at the jail. And the first thing he starts doing is boning his nurse that works there. And then he gives her 137% pay raise and full benefits and gives her a certified position in which she has not gotten qualified for. She's getting 70% of the medical budget. Never mind how neglectful that resource becomes to the people that need the medic, which is the inmates.
Right.
So all the money's wrapped up in his girlfriend. And then what's he do? He gets caught because he accidentally gets her pregnant. And then she's pregnant. He can't hide it no more. So his wife finds out. So that creates you got to go, son. And what does he do? He moves in with her and don't pay no rent. You tell me what that money's for.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's
You know
called
what it is.
corruption.
That's corruption. That's corruption. That's flat out corruption.
I know it. And then you got 1A auditors, or allegedly 1A auditors, and they're going, well, it ain't so bad. That's your girlfriend, JJ. You're a cool guy.
Freeman Press. Go ahead and drop that. I've seen Freeman Press in the chats. Go ahead and drop Freeman Press, or anybody, any mods that have it. Can you drop Freeman Press?
Freeman Press has done an amazing job at taking available records and showing with the records, and that's it, the multiple things that are red flag with Meade County.
Yeah. So
mostly JJ.
Let me give a quick service announcement out here. My best friend Nightbot the Tyrant, that's in my chat. I got it pinned up on there on the screen for everybody to see. But he tells you that if you want to help Toe pay for StreamYards and get better equipment for his show, which I'm trying to do every Friday. I know today's Saturday, but I'm trying to do my rants every Friday now, every Friday, and actually have a show again. There's my Cash App. There's my Venmo. Hit me up if you feel like you want to hand out a couple bucks, man, to help me out, pay for the StreamYards. Because right now we're streaming off of AJOT StreamYards. We're not even on my StreamYards. We're on her StreamYards because hers is paid for. Mine's not because I can't afford it no more.
Man, people don't even know either. Like when I went to do a paid subscription to that, I backed out because I was like, I ain't got that much money. So those of you who think it's cheap, you're wrong.
Well, I tell you what, man, they changed their prices, right? Just recently. And when I went to renew, and I seen the prices, and I was like, oh, no. So I said, I told AJOT, I was like, look, we're going to have to get rid of your StreamYards now. We're going to have to go with no paid. Like, we're just going to have to be bare bones StreamYards, right? And she's like, okay, not a problem. You know, it kind of hurts her because she likes to bring up a lot of shit in her show and stuff like that she does every Tuesday night. By the way, drop AJOT's link in the chat, y'all. Go check out AJOT every Tuesday night, Naughty Corner with AJOT and Caucasian Sasquatch. Go check them out. It's a great show, funny shit. Check her out. Please drop her link in the chat. But anyways, I told AJOT, I'm like, look, we're going to have to get rid of this, man, you know? And then when I put in, because they ask you why you're getting rid of it or whatever, and I put in that it's too expensive, right?
And they offered you a discount.
They offered me a discount and brought it. I think it's like $1 more or $2 more than I was paying, you know, the last couple years.
Oh, those sly bastards. That was a way for them to increase on everybody and trick some into paying double.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll pay. I think it's like $26 or $27 a month. I was like, all right, I'll pay that. What?
Man. See, now I almost bought in at the holidays because it was 50% off for the like Black Friday or whatever. And then my thought process was, okay, cool. Because if I buy an annual, like it's a whole exact year cycle. So when it's due again, it's going to be Black Friday again.
Mm-hmm. But
then I found out that ain't how it works. So I didn't buy in.
And that discount that they trying to give you on Black Friday, you have to pay the annual subscription. It's not the monthly, right?
No, you have to pay annual. But I thought that it would recycle again on another Black Friday event, and that's not like you don't get the second one. So I was like, no, I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
But it's not cheap. So yeah, any help is helpful with that financially because
for sure. That shit helps. And I'd like to get my StreamYards back because, I had to transfer every week now. If I want to bring something specific up, then I have to transfer it in a StreamYards.
yeah. Yeah, Tiff and I really need to do that when we get back on our feet. We need to get an actual account with StreamYards. Did you know that somebody signed in to my former YouTube page from Streamlabs? You know me, Toe. I don't know shit about StreamYards. I damn sure wasn't messing around with no Streamlabs.
Well, I've been messing with a little bit of OBS.
Mhm.
But that was right before my computer crashed, my other computer, and I got this new one. I just haven't uploaded OBS yet. But I've been messing with OBS, but so you can go live as long as you go live by yourself, right? On OBS
Okay.
and all that, right? But if you want to have a panel, you still have to open StreamYards up in a window in your OBS and then allow people in. And then your mic's got to be able to be used by both devices. It's
Bro,
weird. So
why
it's
are
not
you
as easy.
speaking the wrong language? English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Who was what other channel? OMC. What are you talking about? Or that's Pink Taco. Whoops. What's up, Pink?
Maybe they're asking who to link. It was AJOT and
Freeman Press.
Freeman Press.
Yeah. But
no, dude. You know me though. I barely get through with understanding half of what I'm doing on a StreamYard. I did not sign into my account on those Streamlabs.
What's up, Divine Sorcerer? If I didn't say it earlier. So I don't know if you can actually. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't know if you can. I think you can, but I don't know how to do it. Like people like ANCAP might be. I see ANCAP in here. Welcome in, buddy. He might be able to answer it because he knows Streamlabs OBS. But
ANCAP knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
totally.
I don't think you can pull people up on panel on actual StreamYards or Streamlabs OBS. I think you have to open up like a StreamYards and then bring people up, but you could have it working through your OBS. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just saying,
if you watch
somebody with Streamlabs signed into my shit before it got taken down. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. If you watch Clash with Bao, that's what he does. He doesn't have a stream. He's not on StreamYards. He's actually on OBS, Streamlabs. And then when he says he's going to open up a panel, then he has to go into StreamYards, open that up, and then bring it into a window, bring it into, I forgot what they call it at the bottom there. But then he has to bring it into that. And then, he gives you the link out of there, and then you go up, on the panel. So he's actually just like, he's kind of like restreaming his StreamYards into his OBS.
I wonder if that causes echo in the audio and all that kind of stuff.
Well, if you notice lately, his audio, so like his live stream audio will go, it'll go down real big time when he's in StreamYards.
Yeah, that's way over my head.
As soon as he closes his StreamYards, then his volume goes back up, his mic volume. But it's really hard. I'm not that far on OBS. I had a couple. If you go back a couple weeks back, I had a couple live streams where I was just like a test, and I think one that was one of them was Bao was Bao was on live, and I was just restreaming Bao, but it only because I was trying to figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So I was writing little things, it was Bao's restream, but then I was able to put banners up, over top of stuff. I was able to come in on my camera like he does and move myself around the screen,
Yeah, that is cool.
Anywhere. So I'm trying to learn the basics, I'm not trying to be like ANCAP and him like they do. They got all that where, they got the TTS where someone donates and hey, this person donated this much money, you know what I'm saying?
And it plays music to video and all that kind of stuff with the amount that they donated and things like that.
yeah.
So let me ask you this. Does it look like what Christopher Ruff is using is Streamlabs?
He's using Streamlabs OBS.
Oh, imagine that. So somebody signed into my account from Streamlabs, and Chris also uses Streamlabs.
Yeah.
Wild. Fucking wild. Anyway, just a thought.
Yeah, I still, dude, I like literally look, I don't know if it'll show me, but watch this. I'm gonna show you something on my oh shit. Hey, you wanna know why you ain't seen AJOT?
No, I was wondering what happened because I was worried about AJOT staying up here.
AJOT went in the kitchen and she wasn't making me a sandwich, she was making me cookies.
Oh, damn. Tiff said she was going to make me a cherry pie, so I'm going to compete with you.
So check this out. Let me go here. I'm gonna see if I can bring this up. I don't know if I can while I'm on StreamYards.
If you mail me a cookie, I'll mail you a piece of cherry pie.
But watch this. So, present, share screen. I think this is the one I need to share. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So check this out. So if you look over here where my cursor's at, what's that say?
Dude, I'm on my phone and my eyes are bad. Hang on.
Oh, it says public safety.
I know.
And let me see. So it doesn't say anything about you not having a channel. And the last time that you used this channel was March 3rd, but it doesn't give me an actual date.
Yeah.
So this video, this Buzzik and this
don't open that. There's a private.
Well, I'm not going to open it on here, but so those you still have those available.
I know everything's available. I didn't get banned.
Look at all this. Look at all this. This is all available. Arrested by fraud, Kaiser sniping, America's attorney, T-shirt, eviction. What? Yeah, all this stuff. So all this stuff right here is still available.
I need to go get it and copy it.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can just use that anytime I want now. Just the only thing is, I had to use a different YouTube channel. Like I got to attach a different YouTube channel. I'm not violating TOS. They just took down the channel. The channel was taken down. That's it.
So what TOS? So, okay. So I know violating TOS. So what TOS did you violate? Do you know?
They said that I was publishing pornography.
Where? Oh, because of that fucking
dude. No, that's what Ruff is trying to spin off. That was only up there for 10 seconds. And no, that is not what it was for, because I specifically talked to them about that, and they were like, no, that's not it. It's for the pornography that you've been publishing.
But look, here's the thing, is I seen Ruff the other night talk about your channel and that.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about the pornography. He brought up on his screen that picture, right? But in that picture was Bao in the corner. So when Bao brought that up on his screen, so I don't know if they use that as evidence against you, but that's when Bao streamed it, right?
Yeah, and and like I said, it wasn't that. Because like I had a whole back and forth with them, and I was like, the dude that reported the channel is sitting here saying it was over this, and they said, no, that's not what it is. You were publishing pornography.
Where
I don't fucking, that's what I say. Somebody look, here's what I know. Here are the facts as I present them to you today.
So why won't Google give you why can't they give you like a video and a
It ain't Google, it's YouTube. Google ain't got nothing to do with it. They separated themselves from it.
Well, Google owns YouTube, so
I know, but YouTube's responsible for YouTube policies. So here's the thing. Let me give you the facts as they truly are, right? A year ago, Meade County government took a warrant to get all of my passwords, my IP address, access to all my social media accounts, specifically YouTube, right?
Right.
Now you got, fast forward a little over a year, and you got JJ in business, the government official for Meade County, running a business to try to steal the channel for public safety together with
Mhm.
Christopher Ruff.
Yeah.
Christopher Ruff uses Streamlabs. Streamlabs was signing into my YouTube account, and YouTube claims that there were incidences of pornography that were published and taken down and reported. That's what those are the facts as I can give them to you right now.
So okay. But like, has anybody, because I mean you can have pornography on your channel if it's private. Like, they can't take you away from
No, incorrect. You can't. If it gets reported, then that's the process. No, you can't. You can't do anything on the platform that's against
what
you.
I'm saying is like, no one put a video public. Like, none of your followers or
I never saw one.
have ever said, "Hey, I seen this video, dude," and it was like two people going at it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I never saw it. Like, I saw when it happened to Chili, but I've never seen it on mine, and nobody ever seen it. Well, people said they saw it, but nobody's like backed that up. So I never know, you know. But anyway,
Chili got boned. That was fucked up, bro.
He got bombed with it. Yeah, that shit was public, and it lasted a while, you know. But so I don't like on it. Well, it ain't my channel anymore for public safety. Not my channel now. That is in litigation. So, I mean, best I can say is that I'll find out. I'll fucking find out. You know what I'm saying? I filed litigation. There's going to be evidence. There's going to be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you had to file something just to actually get the evidence that they have against you.
Well, you know, I didn't feel like I wanted to try to be my own lawyers on that. You know what I'm saying? So I hired my attorneys to do it, and I have full confidence that they will get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? We have enough facts to obviously to file a case. So, you know, we'll find out, man. You know, evidence is a bitch.
Welcome in, Spread.
So yeah. I think the truth, exactly what happened, will come out real soon. Like as soon as, not real soon, because it takes a while, the process. But yeah, it's, you know, this is going to come out. There's going to be discovery. Discovery is going to show us everything. If whatever is not being presented to us now will have to be presented to us, you know, in discovery. So I'll find out. Like, it'll all show its face. We're going to see who all signed in, where they signed in from, what the hell it was that YouTube was talking about. If it was just a report from a government official and YouTube, like, I don't fucking know. I will find out though. Mm-hmm. I will absolutely find out. But here's what I do know. The filing of the lawsuit is going to be regardless of what happened to the YouTube channel, because I'm suing on them infringement of my name and trademark. So the lawsuit stands no matter what happened to my channel.
But so, okay. So I want to be clear on how this works, right? And maybe because you've looked into it, you know better than I know, right? But I do know that you can license an LLC and just say take, for instance, and I'm not going to say my company name, right? But I license an LLC in the state of Texas, right? You can license
and the next
that
state over can have the same exact name.
Exactly. So how does that work? Because didn't they license that in Kentucky, and your shit's out of Indiana, right?
The minute they try to copy whatever it is, so like, here's the thing. So like, you got trademark, you got reputation, and you got I went over this in my live stream when I had my notes from the attorney's office. Mm-hmm. So there are elements that fit a business, right? Like what you produce, like what your company is producing, what kind of logos you've used and how you've used them. For example, if you send out mailers or if you have T-shirts or like a magnet for the side of your work trucks or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you've built a reputation upon any of these things, you don't even have to have them filed through the trademark for it to be a violation for someone to steal it, because they're squatting, they're stealing, they're infringing. They're trying to steal what you worked for to build the reputation on. So just the fact that they're publishing police videos alone is something I could have sued on. Just the fact that they stole the name For Public Safety and made an icon similar to mine is something I could sue on. And I could definitely sue on the thought process that a random individual is going to have when they see that channel in thinking that it's mine and they click on it. That's my money now. That's my fucking money now.
Right.
You clicked on it thinking it was me. Well, when I go to court, they're going to have to pay me, because that's why that it was mine. So these idiots who think they understand law, like Chris Ruff, fucking understand law. He gonna be talking straight to my attorneys real soon.
And I don't look. I'll be the first one to say that I don't understand law, so I'm not gonna quote no fucking laws out here.
I'm only talking about what I'm told in my case. You know what I'm saying? I can do that.
Well, that's why
I'm gonna say this: he fucked. Him and JJ are fucked.
Well, that's why I asked you, because I knew that you would be able to. You know what I mean? Like you would know, like what's going on. Like I'm sure you've researched everything and seen what leg, in layman terms, what leg you had to stand on, right?
I had to do that before I even brought it to an attorney. So yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, you got to establish whether or not you've got anything to sue on before. I mean, you don't have to, but I didn't want to waste attorney's time or call around random. I didn't want to do nothing like that. So I looked into it and I talked to a couple friends, and I was put on the right track of what to research using Google and reading the law, and then I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's this, and this, and that's when I made the phone call. But I actually I got lucky. The same lawyers that did our raid suit are huge, widely known for their being intellectual property attorneys, which is exactly the type of law.
Gotcha.
I didn't have to go nowhere.
Well, that's good. So I got a question, man. So let's give some people some insight. So for sure, you're still going through everything else with all that other bullshit in Meade, or the new stuff in Meade County, right? Like when that sheriff and all that, wasn't that Meade where the sheriff attacked you and Tiff?
The deputy chief, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but your original case, the original, actually 2 cases that for sure that you beat, or two situations. I don't know if they were total cases or whatever, but the one that you beat, that you actually got a undisclosed amount of money for, right? That you sued on, and that was your uncle's, the raid and all that, and your uncle's property and the whole 9 yards, right?
The motorcycle my uncle left me, and then the raid is all one, and
exactly.
We won that.
And then the dismissal of the supposed marijuana cigarette.
Right. That was a loud one.
Yeah.
And look, litigation is opening back up on that one, because this week, as a matter of fact, I'm signing a contract to file a lawsuit for malicious prosecution.
So my question, is those 2 cases, has there been anybody that's worth saying or shouting out to you about or whatever, that has reached out to you since then, that wasn't on board and thought that you were lying? Chris Reeder, the liar.
That say that, man, they don't care if they're right or wrong.
So you've had no one that's not backpedaled, but what do they call it? Backpedaled. apologizes.
accountability.
Hey man, I thought I was right, or I heard all this stuff and I didn't have it all right, and you won, man. Hey, that's great. Nobody.
Man, not that I can think of. If they did, it wasn't heartfelt enough for me to remember it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's some shit. That's some shitty ass shit right there, dude.
right. Yeah. So, if you're listening out there, look the whole boot. Like, where you at, bro?
Yeah, that's some shitty ass shit, because I believe, like, be a man. If you're going to talk about somebody publicly, whether you're in someone else's chat or whatever, and you're going to talk about someone and call them a liar and say that they're lying and all that, and then they beat the case that you called them a liar about, be a fucking man. And when you see them in the chat again, and be like, hey man, I was wrong. You won your case, man. Good for you, bro.
They just keep coming up with other excuses. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter how hard I beat it or how much I prove it. Those people that do that, they desperately need their false narrative against me to stand. That's all they were doing in the first place. It wasn't about the case. I mean, they even say it themselves sometimes with Freudian slip. It's not about the case. It's about you just got to hate Ryder with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't say that, but that's what they're pretty much saying. You just got to hate him with me because I do. They fucking knew the cases were bunk.
Hey, look, I like what Jamel said too. Be a man, keep your mouth shut, mind your own business.
I like
That's
that
right.
better.
That's
I like
right.
that people are interested, but I don't care for people that try to get fucking, obstructing it. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, as GS on his little.
To be fair
about that though, is that when people bring their issues on YouTube on this public platform, and put it out here, minding your own business. To be fair, you don't really have to mind your own business, but I've learned in my life, 50 years of being on this earth, right? I've learned to sit back and watch and let people cook. Like, you might be surprised in the end, instead of just jumping to a conclusion right away. And sometimes I do jump to conclusions, man. AJOT stops me all the time. Like, I'll jump to a conclusion about something and she'll be like, look, stop, because it could be this. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you got a point. You're right. But like, she knows, but I just shouted her out and said that she usually stops me. But for the most part, I try to sit back and let people let the chips fall. You know what I mean?
You know what I feel about it? It's a lot like the way I feel about public records. Public records, the process is the platform of America, of our transparency and part of our freedoms and stuff, in a way in which we know how the government is conducting these cases. That's why you don't need to know every nook and cranny to a case. There are things that you don't need to know, like children's names and, the things that are supposed to be redacted, people's social security numbers, stuff like that. But the ongoings of the case as they are happening, I implore people to take interest in that, because you need to watch what your government is doing. But if you're going to start trying to play a guessing game and condemn people before they even get to that process and try to force them to provide evidence on YouTube instead of in the courtroom and shit like that, you just became an interference and an obstruction. You're an obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
And there are certain people that you're going to meet in life that have their own ways of handling obstacles. We'll run right the fuck over you sometimes, you know what I mean? Or through you or whatever, and that's what Todd's mad about. I ran through him because he was trying to be an obstacle. That's what Chris Ruff's mad about. He was an obstacle. I ran through him, so hate me all you want, but I'm doing what's best. I'm doing what's right. And I'm inviting people to have their opinions. I've never stopped anyone from having I want people to be interested. That's the whole point behind putting it on YouTube.
Right. Yeah. You couldn't say don't be interested in my shit and then put it on YouTube. That's kind of contradictory. Right?
I never did. I've always invited people to be interested. I want you to be interested. It's a fucking public case too. You know what I'm saying? But what you got to do is allow for the process and the facts to take place as they're designed. Because if you get in the way of that, there ain't no fair trial, and all you did was screw it up. Like that's what they were trying to do. There were people publishing evidence as it was evidence because a government official gave it to them that was against me. Like, in other words, evidence that I had evidence to the contrary of that I didn't publish, that was going to be used against me in court, that was put on YouTube. And then they were hoping that I would publish my evidence to the contrary. That way they would know how to combat it when they went to court. This dude everybody's talking about, this dummy fucking Kruger.
Mm-hmm.
You can full stop after dummy. I don't know where he's coming up with Kruger part. He's fucking stupid. That dude is working with the government, just like Chris Ruff, working with the government and getting documentation that belongs in a courtroom before it makes it to the courtroom.
I've only ever seen one of his videos, and that's the one about scars.
Well, so here's the thing. He's only getting one side, and he's wrong because he's fucking stupid. Now, if you want to be interested and see how a case functions and goes all the way through, you want to watch both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. You can't just take one side, dude, and run with it. I mean, that's...
Watch both sides. You'll be surprised in a lot of cases.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Tiffany and I were just talking about the other day, like, when we met you, we were so open about, like, we gave you like more than 50% of the evidence that we had in our raid case, both what was used against us and what was in our favor. Like when we met you, that was stupid on our part to be providing evidence out that
live on YouTube.
Well, we didn't publish nowhere near that much of it, but we told you,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all knew.
And now that Tiffany and I have been through it once and actually had good attorneys and understand it and see why everything and how it was used, we look back and we go, oh shit, we should have only provided like 10% of that, maybe. Well,
they didn't. I mean, they never do lie. There's one thing that the government and the police and corrupt court systems didn't lie about, and that's your Miranda rights. Can and will be used against you.
Yep.
You
you can leave out can and just say they will be used against you. Exactly. If it's usable against you, it will be used against you. And that's even if you're telling the truth and it's in your favor. Like, they'll still use it against you. For example, you could say, cop could pull you over. You could be on your way to Walmart, and a cop pull you over and say, did you leave your house between the hours of 8 and 9 o'clock? And you're going to say, yeah, I was going to go to Walmart. Well, all they cared about was if you were not home between 8 and 9 o'clock. So they'll use that against you, even though you actually went to Walmart and are not their subject. They'll still use it against you.
That's why it's better just say none of your business.
Well, most lawyers will tell you that Fifth Amendment's real important.
Yeah, I will give. So Tiffany, she said, here's what she said. She said, I've always been open to anyone who wants to listen. I'm not quite as ignorant as I was when we first met. I think she meant to put toe and age on. And I will say, and I'm not going to call you ignorant. I wouldn't do that to you because I respect you too much, right? But you got a point, because you have became like a whole different person than I remember, because you was the quiet little Tiffany, kind of sat in the back and all that, and you know what I mean. Like, I remember, in the Discord calls, you know what I mean. She was just quiet and just chilling and all that, and now look at her. She's holding her own live streams and she found her voice. You're right, 10-4.
Yep,
that's exactly what she did,
and she's still working on it. But here's the thing about Tiff: she's always been super smart. And I mean, people got her personality pegged all wrong on the internet. Like, it's laughable how wrong it is, but the things they're saying are enough to get angry about, because they're so far off. But her personality quirks are this: she's super, super smart. I'm talking about You give her a test in any kind of class whatsoever. If she's in class for it and she studied it, she's getting an A. She's getting
No,
an A in everything.
no.
She process law. It doesn't matter. When she was studying biology for her cosmetology license, all like everything she takes. She takes mental notes. She remembers them. She performs them when it's time. But when it comes to just like speaking out, she usually has to either be in a very passionate mode, like okay, you done went too far, you fucked with my kids, I'm going to come out like a pit bull on this subject to this person who is the responsible party. And guess what, you all seen that on YouTube. You got lucky, because most of the time Tiffany has to trust somebody to even really have a full-on conversation with them.
Nah, you didn't fumble tonight, Tiff. Come on, you did. You did well.
She's working on being able to do live streams without,
without Big Mouth Chris.
guidance.
We all know.
without guidance. Because I mean, look,
I know when she was in there. Look, real quick, when she was in there talking about, how long before Toe's going live? 20 minutes. Oh, okay. I guess we'll find something to talk about for 20 minutes until Toe goes live, and then we can rate his live stream. And I was like, yeah. I was trying to type in there. I set that up 15 minutes later than what Tiff texted me, because she texted me before she went live. She said, hey, I'm going live at this time, and I'm only going to go live till here. So, if you're going to go live, and you want to set it up, pretty much is what she was saying. This is how late I'm going live till. And then I was like, okay, I'll take that. And if she's got Chris on panel, I'm going to go 15 minutes more.
Well, I wasn't on panel.
I figured you were on panel, and I was like, Chris is going to draw it out a little bit. So if I want to hit the mark, I'm going.
So here's the thing she's working on. She's working on being able to communicate directly with an audience, and because that is so not what she's built for. You know what I'm saying? She has to trust individual people in her real life to even have full conversations. So for her, she's really breaking through, though. I mean, she's doing it. I'm very proud of her. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for her to what she's struggling with right now, as far as being able to just like fire up the camera and do a live stream. One, as you know, Toe, there are a lot of ins and outs that depend on timing and experience, and it's button pushing and subject matter, and you're trying to put all these things on a timeline together and perform it. Mm-hmm. So that is very overwhelming to her. Now, here's what she has in the bag. The things that she's on there to talk about, trust me when I tell you, she knows what she's talking about. But what she needs to learn to do is walk out there to the audience and say, here's what we're going to be talking about. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm good at. Because if you put me in a corner and say, remember all these things, Chris, it's on this piece of paper, you dumbass, I'm going to forget about 90% of the things on that fucking piece of paper.
That's me. That's me so much. That's why you hear me going, all the time.
But here's what's beautiful. And I mean, I hope people realize that this is what you've always seen between me and Tiff. That's part of our compatibility. Mm-hmm. She's the brains. I'm the audience talker. I don't know. She's more important than me. I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? But as a team, we're very effective in what we're doing. So, we've never claimed not to be a team. Like, I think there's been a lot of push for separation between us that's completely unnecessary, and that's how we feel about it. Me and Tiff, we don't understand why people are pushing for a separation between us, even on YouTube. Like, my channel was never dependent on just me. Like, it was always for me and Tiff. Like, I don't even know where anyone's coming up with the notion that, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only place that I know of that notion originated was from Kaiser. Mm-hmm. He started it by saying, well, look how abusive Chris is to her. She can't even fucking talk on the live stream. Blah, blah, blah. And then it carried over, and then it became a joke. And it's like, to be honest, it's offensive to me and Tiffany, but we also are lighthearted and not thin-skinned. So we try to, you know.
And with as much as the people here, I'm gonna give you a word of advice. Yeah, she's true on that. But I'll give you a quick word of advice and what I've seen, because this is what I've sat back and seen, right? Is that it's probably better when you guys are holding a live stream together to only one of you guys being on camera, and more than likely, probably you and not her, because what they do is if she makes any kind of eye movement or something like that. So if you start talking and she makes any kind of eye movement, they turn it into she's rolling her eyes because Chris just took over her stream or.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro. Listen, you know how much we care about that, me and Tiffany?
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, this is what the trolls, the people
Right.
that
That's what I'm getting at.
that's what they're going to do.
Bro, at home, me and her in our relationship, we don't give a fuck what they think. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all been bullshit. And that's nowhere, like I said, we're not thin skinned. That is nowhere near the hard shit that they have put on our shoulders. Some of the things that group has done to us and said about us and caused, dude, we don't give a fuck if you want to say that we're bad on camera together. You know what I mean? That's nothing.
I'm just saying, because I've actually seen the clips where they clip like her like it looks like she's rolling her eyes, but she's really not. And they're like, oh, look, like Chris is you know, they call you something because, and, you know, thinking you're taking over the show. And I'm just like, man, you guys,
don't even know. Look, man, when we were doing a live stream together, a lot of times, like, she will kick me for not stepping up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit you don't see on the camera is the tap. Speak, motherfucker, is what she's telling me, you know?
No, I know. I've seen it. I've known you guys for a long time, and we've had our live streams, and I've seen her be like, you know, kind of push you forward because she didn't have no more. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, sir. And look, and when she has that, like when me and her do this together, man, when she takes the wind, it's game on, baby. I love it when she grabs a hold of her spot and just runs with it, like with that legal terminology she knows, or the subject matter that she's passionate about in the situation. Or look, one of my favorite videos of all time was probably one of the worst allegations that we've ever faced. It was one of the most difficult things to publish because the allegation that was against me was just fucking atrocious and ridiculous. And we juggled whether or not we should even we knew we had to record it, you know, but we didn't know about publishing it. And I was just like, look, Tiff, we owe it to our audience we owe it to our supporters to be completely transparent.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I think
I'll flat out say it. Right. But,
yeah, me and you had this conversation off of YouTube.
But here's the thing: we published the incident, and I'm gonna tell you, it turned out to be one of mine. And between looking back as a man in the relationship with Tiffany and going through that experience together, I watched that video and I go, "That is my girl. I'm so proud of her," because, you know, it was me. I'm doing my shit. Like, I'm pissed off. I'm like, what do you think you're doing? Here's the law. Here's what you're supposed to do. Tiffany had studied this thing, like, flat out knew every ordinance behind it, all of the purpose for it, how it goes to the prosecutor, how it goes to the, you know what I'm saying, through the DCS state. Like, she had it figured out. And look, man, it was a certain moment. She shushed me. She went, I got this, like that. And I'll never forget. She pointed her finger in the air at me and she said, you're wrong. I got this. And she turned directly to that woman and her angry eyes were just piercing. And she said, you will do what I'm about to tell you, and you will do it now. And I was like, there she is. And look, we had 5 different law enforcement agencies show up, and all of them took the walk of shame. And Tiffany was absolutely right. And at the end of that, the very next day, we were sitting in the room with the prosecutor just like we were demanding. Now that's what Tiffany can do.
Right. That's
But,
awesome,
yeah.
though, man. I love it, man. I love you guys, man, and I love what you guys out there doing. I'm glad you didn't do what you told me you were going to do and just walk away from it. Actually, the YouTube end of it, and just handle your business outside of YouTube. I'm glad you guys are still out here making videos and doing your thing.
Yeah, we ain't gonna stop, bro. You know,
Yeah.
the other day I heard, I think it was on Todd's channel. I don't know which one of the haters' channel. There's only two left, Chris Ruff and Todd. But I mean, that count, that matter
Right.
at all. And that's because they literally have gotten far enough in that they're getting sued. But, or maybe even criminally charged. Anyway, something was said that was intended to be in the negative against us. And I heard it and I went, and I thought, out of all the bad shit you've said, all the lies that you've said about us, I appreciate the one you just put out. Because here's what they were saying. They were angry and they hated us in the moment. And they said, these dumb motherfuckers just don't stop. And I went, thank you. That was the most on point, factual thing.
I think I seen that part of whoever's live stream. It was either Ruff or GS, I think. Yeah.
Yep. They said, these fuckers just won't stop. And I said, that was the best thing you've ever said about us, because that one you're right about. We ain't going to fucking stop. Are you kidding me? And for what? Some little beanpole, jackleg fucking snitch from Arizona with the fucking got to shave his head bald to try to intimidate people because he never leaves his fucking tea shed. Fuck that shit. Just go stuff it in your ass, Ruff, like everything else. And then what? Todd? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Come on, Cotton. Fucking get a life. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna stop us.
Yeah, I look, man. I'm still, and I know you might, and people might not like to hear this, and somebody might say something about it, but I kind of feel like there's still maybe some help for Todd. Like I know that sounds weird, but like something inside me says, look, man, this guy, what's up, Tag? Welcome in. Something inside me says like there's still hope for Todd. Christopher Ruff, I don't believe so. And I think it's because of just the things that Christopher Ruff says, like how he attacks anybody that's older than him. We're all old fogies because he's, in his late 30s or whatever. And we're, at our, our 50s,
If you were going to write a list out of all the dumb shit that he has said that shows you his true colors, it would be like Santa Claus's list for every child in the world for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? This dude gives you every single sign and signature that you need to know that he is a piece of shit.
And what's amazing to me is that, and I guess, not we told you, Chris is 52. Stop it.
Hang on. I'm 47 or 8.
I thought you was 50. I thought you was 49.
Tiff, how old am I?
When was you born?
I was born in 77, October of 77.
Oh, yeah. You are a little bit younger. You're like 47. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe 48.
Okay. But still, in his eyes, we're old fogies, right? Like,
right.
Our say-so don't mean nothing. Like, I know he had a rough life or whatever, but no one told him that the older you get, the wiser you get. So why would you call us old fogies and act like we don't know what we're talking about, dude? We're older and wiser than you.
And you know what's funny?
We've seen a lot more.
Right. All the shit he talks about, how certain he is about law. Dude, he's talking about running for sheriff in Arizona, where he is, and talking about running for sheriff. It is the simplest Google search will tell you that a felon in the state of Arizona absolutely cannot run for sheriff. It's that simple. The dude don't even know how to Google against himself.
That's funny. But
he's stupid.
And here's the other thing I have to say about him too, is that like I've seen time or time again that like he doesn't, and I guess like I said, people can go back and say, well, Toe, you sound like a hypocrite because you said, you know, the only person on YouTube that you, or the person that you think is like the realest person on YouTube is Clash with Bow because the way he acts, you know, and how he is, you know what I mean, and how he says what he's there for and what he's doing, and period, point blank, right? But I've actually seen Christopher Ruff, like his biggest supporters and donors, say something that he don't like in the chat, and I've actually seen him like fucking rip into their ass and tell them
And he will block his biggest donor if the donor so much as questions something he says.
Exactly. And to me, man, that just, I just can't get over that part of it. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of shit right there that shows me, like, I know Todd's not going to do that. His biggest donor, if they say something, you know, Todd might laugh it off, but I guarantee you he's probably going to try to get a hold of him outside his show and be like, hey man, you know, blah, 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 blah. But he ain't going to block that person because
Yeah. There's more
his
that you
people
don't
stay.
know about Todd.
But
And here,
Christopher Russ people stay though, Chris. Like he treats them like that and they stay. And then they're so strong at supporting him. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
dude, they just haven't seen it yet. Their eyes are swole shut from living an abusive lifestyle. You know, there's people that feed on that shit, bro.
I'm like, I can't believe it, dude. I'm like, man, if I was in anybody's live stream and I was like a full supporter of them and they treated me like that in their live fucking stream, that'd be it, dude. I'm done.
There are people, and I'm sure they're watching this now, or they will be later,
In the future, yeah.
who have not accepted that they have an issue with living inside of abuse, and they are attracted to a narcissistic, abusive person like Chris Ruff because they don't know how to live outside of that control, outside of that abuse, outside of that demeaning nature that they get only from a person like him. So there are a lot of damaged people, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they will be collectively finding their path towards a person like Ruff, just like they did Kaiser, you know? And if you notice in our little genre, you can see it's the same exact people. Like it's the same exact people in Todd's. It's the same exact people in Chris's. And here's what I got to offer you, Toe. If you still think there's a hope for GS, you're more than welcome to explore that. But I'll tell you, in my experience, what you're going to find at the end of the rope, you're going to learn that Todd is smarter than Chris, and that's the only difference. Todd is the type of person who knows that he publicly can't bite the hand that feeds him. So what he would do in that particular scenario, in my experience, is he would call that person on the phone, and it would be the most abusive, screaming session that this person has ever received from someone that they barely know in their life. That's what he does. If he knows you and you say something that would offend him on his channel, in other words, coming up in here rearranging my fucking furniture, dude, he will call your phone like you're his bitch and start screaming at you about how fucking smart he is and how stupid you are and how bad you are of a person and how little you do for him. I mean, he is the epitome of he's the poster child of playing victim and being nothing but a fucking narcissistic douchebag. Todd stands no chance. Todd is an abusive person. But as I said in the beginning, I implore you to explore it yourself until you believe it.
10-4. Let me real quick address the chat a little bit. I haven't been reading everything, but everything that's going on between Freddie, Havoc, and Pink Taco. But I have read a little bit what Freddie says, and Freddie, you're more than welcome to be here, man. Havoc, I mean, the guy says pretty much that he didn't know how says that fucking retard bitch what she was about, man. So I mean, now he knows, and he ain't about that life no more. So I guess that's That's where it's at. I know that's a sore subject for you, Havoc, but there you go. I do want to say, man, because we're at my 2-hour mark, Chris, and I'm like you guys were. I'm trying to keep them about 2 hours, right?
Smooth move. Yes, sir.
So I do want to say before, I let Chris have the floor. Big shout out to Official Misconduct for sending people over to my live stream tonight. We've held 28 to 30 some people the whole time I've been live for 2 hours. Like, that's pretty much like a record for me, because I got my little handful of people that like me, and they come and they hang out, right? So, and I love my people, man. But thank you, Official Misconduct, for putting it out there. Thanks, Class with Bow, Nikki, and for Public Safety. You guys rock. I'm going to start trying to do this because I know. Thank you. I tried. I tried. And I'm going to try to do this every night, but I'm going to give my mods time. So mods, I just looked over at the YouTube side. Let me refresh it real quick. And let's see who's live. And I want you guys to, okay, so we got Aussie Nathan, we got TN Accountability, and we got Clash with Bow. They're all live. Drop those links in the chat. Aussie Nathan, TN Accountability, Clash with Bow. They're all live. Go over, tell them guys that Toe for Life sent you. Rate them up, hit the like button, say what's up to them. Tell them I said hi. And I'm going to let for Public Safety say a few words on his way out the door, and then I'm kicking his ass out. And then I'll say my finals, and me and Age ought to say our finals, and then we'll be out of here. So, Chris, you got the floor, my friend.
Super easy for me, bro. You've always this 30 people in the chat here, and you and AJOT and you know who I'm talking about, the click. Man, y'all are the heart of us all along. So we will always love you, and we will always be grateful to spend any time we have with you. So on that note, I'll see y'all tomorrow's premiere at 1:00 on the new, the old, the original, the real 4PS. 1:00 tomorrow, EST.
Maz, don't forget to drop that in the chat. Chris's channel, premiere tomorrow. There you go.
Love you.
Thanks, Chris, man. I love you, brother.
Later.
Later. Hey, Jot, welcome.
So, yeah, thanks everybody for coming by. And don't forget, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, you'll have a Naughty Corner with myself and Caucasian. And we love you. Toodles.
10-4. So, y'all, I'm going to pop this up here, see if y'all can see me. What's up? I'm right here. So, hey, thanks for everybody. Again, thank you, OMC. Thank you for Public Safety. Thank you, Clash with Bow, my man. And I love you guys, man. You guys did awesome. Like I said, we held anywhere from 30 to 28 people all night long for 2 hours. I love you guys. You got the best chatters, best mods, best people out here, man. And like I said, these are my opinions, man. Nobody else, solely mine. So I still love you. If you don't agree with me, I still love you. And we'll catch you next Friday. So like she said, go check out AJOT's Naughty Quarter on Tuesday. Then coming up on Friday will be Toe for Life, Friday Night Rants. And I'm out this bitch, y'all. Toodles.
Shine